Hi, hello, welcome back, or just welcome if you're new. Today we'll be taking a look at my take on a playscale version of one of my personal favorite ships in the Star Wars universe, the Lambda-class T-4a shuttle, better known as the Imperial Shuttle, or as I like to call it and will call it for the rest of the video, the Lambda Shuttle, this guy. Now, why did I feel the need to build my own version of this guy, since, Legos made them aplenty, even recently in 2021, though let's be honest here, that one kinda sucked. And that right there is exactly why. Because in my opinion, all of LEGO's versions of this guy kinda suck. Some less than others, for sure. The Tydirium, aka the 2015 one, is actually really good. But all of them share at least one fatal flaw. The cockpit. Now I know some of your friends will go down in the comments like, no, but what about the UCS one? There's no way you think that. It's bad. Like, it's the best UCS set of all time. And to that I say, no. Yes, hot take. The UCS Imperial Shuttle is not that good. At least, just like the others, when it comes to the cockpit. And what's even more against it is I can understand why the playscale ones would not be perfect, because the shape is very hard to create at that scale. Trust me, I would know. But there is no excuse for a massive minifig scale one to not be better. Now, it is an older set, and with that, I'll give it a bit of a break. But still, it should be better and definitely isn't the best UCS set. Just no. Anyway, I hope LEGO makes a new UCS one soon, because it's one of my favorite ships, and I would love to have a massive UCS version of one. But till then, I've got this guy, and without further ado, let's get to the actual showcase. Let's go off script here for a little bit. You might notice, looks a bit unfinished, and well, that is simply because it is. I just don't have the pieces to finish the model IRL, so most of the showcase will be performed digitally. Unfortunate it is, I know. It pains me to do it, but I need you to see the model in all of its glory, and yeah, well, this just isn't it. However, I do want to show you one thing before we get to that, and it's probably the most important thing of the entire model, and it's this. It stays together. It's important for a model that I am selling on my replicable store for to stay together. Let's try the landing gear too. There we go, and well, that can happen, but stays together just fine. Okay, let's get to the actual showcase. Welcome back to the script. Let's start with the basic details. The ship is built with 2,285 pieces. It stands 48.3 centimeters, 19 inches tall, 29.7 centimeters, 11.7 inches long, and 46.7 centimeters, 18.4 inches wide. Like shown a second ago, it can be displayed in both flight and landed mode. Both the stand and landing gear are studless connections, but due to the weight of the model, hold in place very well, and the model can withstand quite the hit before going down, like again shown earlier. When switching from flight to landed mode, these 4 doors, based on the actual doors that house the landing gear on the real thing, are to be opened to allow for the landing gear to fit in place. Just as they have to be closed when in flight mode so that they don't obstruct the wings. Speaking of, the wings move using these Technic rotation joints. I have built the model using both in white, however this color is quite rare for these pieces, the other of which, 44224, only appeared in one set all the way back in 2003, so they will set you about $3 to $5 each. For a cheap alternative, I recommend using the usual light dark bluish gray combo. The main guns can also be adjusted between flight and landed mode. I have used a flat silver candle piece for the tips, and I think they look quite nice. The boarding ramp can be opened from the bottom of the cockpit, and a figure can just barely fit standing right under it. The cockpit in landed mode, I mean. To gain access to the interior, the cockpit and rear turret can be detached, which will allow the top wing and body roof to be removed as a single assembly. It's held in place by Technic pins attached both to the cockpit and rear turret, which clamp the roof in place shockingly sturdily. You can even lift the whole model using the top wing, though I don't recommend doing this and just grabbing it from the body instead. Inside the cockpit are 2 seats for pilots, clips for their weapons, a small console, and a suggestion of a passageway that leads out to the boarding ramp. The cockpit of the model, as suggested earlier, was easily the most challenging part to design. Allowing for 2 figures to fit side by side and still being durable enough to stay together was quite the undertaking. The solution I finally came to is quite simple, yet is plenty strong, even though, when held in hand, feels quite flimsy, but I assure you, it will not fall apart if built correctly. Now inside the body itself are 6 seats for passengers, 3 on either side, and on both sides of the interior there are 2 even smaller compartments for cargo right under these panels. These are meant to suggest the lower level storage cargo compartments based on this schematic. Inside the cargo holds can be found a few containers and some red piping detail inspired by this picture of the ship. The ship goes back together exactly in the reverse order when opening it up, naturally. Finally, you can also display a total of 4 figures on the stand below, 2 in the back and front. And that does it for my take on a Playscale Imperial Shuttle. How do you like it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I and the algorithm would really appreciate that. Now, if you want to build this guy for yourself, then there is a link in the description that'll take you straight to the model scriptable page, where you can buy the, in my opinion, official LEGO quality digital building instructions. If you like this video, then be sure to do exactly that and subscribe to the channel for more like it. I would really appreciate. You can now also join the channel for some extra perks, which include a discount coupon that will get you a good chunk off those instructions mentioned earlier. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, so I'll thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I swear it won't take 3 weeks this time. Okay, bye!